We live. Woo. What is it I'm trying to do? I'm gonna go to the nightclub. What I hear? Welcome to the live stream. Just got done watching this bull, you know what, Royal Rumble. I'm mad The Rock didn't come back, but the women's Royal Rumble was better than the men's. I'm happy for Cody Rhodes. Hopefully he finally get to finish his little story. But I was really looking forward to The Rock coming back, winning the Royal Rumble. That way you got a certified main event, The Rock versus Roman Reigns. What's the point of having this man come back if you're not going to have him in the Royal Rumble? Now you had CM Punk come back, and he lost to Cody Rhodes. But whatever. Tonight I'm joined by a special guest. Very special. My one and only. The love of my life. The missus. She's not gonna say anything. We were having a conversation. We was talking about.
Why are you talking like that?
We was having a conversation. And we was talking about movie sequels and remakes of original songs. For those who don't know, I am a huge Stevie Wonder fan. I don't necessarily feel like anything that's great needs to be touched again. Now, I'm not saying that other artists don't perform the song good, but if you come across something that's great, why try to improve it? Why try to remake it? That's my whole thing. Now, wasn't aware.
Wait a minute. So just because they're singing the song don't mean they tried to remake the song.
But they're singing it word for word.
That's because that's the song.
Exactly. So you're remaking it.
No, they're not. They're not re-recording the song or anything, or even profiting from the song. When he was singing the song, he was just singing the version. He was just singing that song to fit his voice. He's not redoing the song. Like anytime that you see artists performing songs on award shows, they're not remaking the song. They're just singing.
That's a tribute.
A tribute. So what's the difference between you singing around the house? So should we be like, you shouldn't sing that song because
I'm not a singer. So if I choose to sing a song that I
can't sing a song that somebody else has sung. That's basically what you're saying.
I'm not saying that. What me and you, our discussion was never that they shouldn't sing the song. Our discussion
You said they should have left it alone.
They should have left it alone.
So basically you saying they shouldn't have sung the song.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I just feel like with certain songs, you don't need to remake the songs.
But that's what I'm telling you. They're not remaking the song. They're just simply singing the song. And they're singing it to fit them. Like, no one is going to sing a song the exact same way as the original artist. They have to sing the song in order to fit them. Because if I go in there and I'm trying to hit the same high notes, I know I can't hit the same notes as somebody like Whitney Houston. But so I would sing the song in order to fit me, not to fit her. But I could still sing the song because it's a great song.
Hey, Aaron. I understand what you're saying, but I still don't feel Like, it's certain. Okay, so we basically talking about songs and remaking songs. Now, there have been several people who have sampled artists' music. And if the first version is a classic, I don't feel like it needs to be touched. I don't feel like it needs to be remade. Now, if we going, let me go back. We're going back to Lil Wayne, The Droughts. See, yes, like Beyonce, Before I Let Go. Why does Beyonce feel the need to remake, was it Frankie Beverly and Maze?
Mm-hmm.
Why redo Before I Let Go as Beyonce?
Not Beyonce doing that song does not take away from Frankie Beverly and Maze. It was still a great song. It was just a tribute, in her words, a tribute to them. I don't feel like it's taken away. It ain't like she did a bad job with the song. Like it to me.
Now I can understand.
Exactly.
I can understand what you're saying when
Because
when
a lot
you
of
say
those songs you wouldn't even know about unless somebody else redid the song.
understandable, because there are a lot of songs that I listen to now or that I've listened to, and then I hear the older version and I'm like, oh, okay, you know, verse or that hook from an artist from before. Yeah. So I can understand that aspect if you're trying to bring the song back to life or, you know, whatever the case may be. But if I'm looking at it and I'm saying,
take this song what's the song that's out now with the whips and chains and what's that song?
Whips and Chains.
Yeah. The whips and chains song. I don't like no whips and chains, but you.
That's an old song?
Yes. And a lot of people, like, nobody knew that, bro.
So who made the song? The Jack Harlow song?
Yeah. His song is a remake of an old song.
Really?
Yes.
Didn't know that.
And a lot of people, when you start to think about
now, it's different when you using a hook from an old song versus the whole song.
But that's what I'm saying. When I feel like they doing a whole song, I don't feel like they taking away. Exactly.
Like I said, I agree. I agree with that aspect. For the younger generation and the people who have never heard these songs before, and when they hear it, it's kind of like, dang, I didn't know they took that song. Let me go back and listen to the original, because I've done it several times. And I found out through listening to older songs that have been remade that the original version was like to the point to where it's like you can sample it, but why redo the whole song? It's just like if Dr. Dre decided with Let Me Ride, if he was to remake the whole song, he just sampled the chorus and rapped in between. Now I can understand that, but to sing a whole song, and it's not a tribute. If you put it on the album, it's not a tribute. That's a song that you recorded.
I feel like it's still a tribute because they, like, even Genuine did a tribute to Michael Jackson on one of his albums. He did Superhuman, I think it was. You already know that he's not saying that that's his song. He just simply singing the song, the same song to fit him.
Bruh, first of all, why is Genuine doing Michael Jackson?
Man, you got to hear the version. Don't knock it until you listen to it because he really did a good job on that song. Have you heard the song? So you don't like to give stuff a chance. You got to hear it for what it is. See, when you hear it, you looking for them people to sign exactly like the artist. Yes, you do, because you really feel like Donnell Jones should have sounded like.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that Stevie Wonder's version is better than Donnell Jones. Now,
So do that
Donnell
mean?
Jones was in it. He had every right to recreate the song as long as he cleared it with Stevie. Now, I'm not saying that him doing the song like the song didn't sound good. Like I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, he should have never did it. I'm just wondering like why that song? Like I don't know. I just don't like it when you touch the original of something and you try to remake it and it doesn't exceed my expectations of the original. Like Coming to America. The original was the original. It's a classic. It didn't need to be touched. And when they redid it, I haven't even watched the movie and I know it sucks. I know it's never going to live up to the original, which I know a lot of people is like, it shouldn't have to. It's different than the original. It's a continuation of the original. Fine. It's meant to be modernized, which is cool. You want to modernize something, that's fine. But I don't necessarily. It's some things that don't need to be touched. Some things that don't need to be messed with. Like I just feel like you shouldn't bother it. Like it is nothing against.
I just feel like in certain situations it works out, and in some situations it don't. Now clearly it didn't work out,
With movies,
and
I agree with that. If you're going to watch what it needs to be. Okay, so let me ask you this. So with movies, we was talking about Friday. Now everybody has seen Friday. And I'm pretty sure everybody has seen Next Friday and Friday After Next. So if there was no Next Friday, if there was no Friday After Next, I don't feel like it would have been a problem. I don't feel like anybody would have been like, why not do another Friday? Because Friday was enough.
well, I don't think nobody like if you wouldn't have done the Friday after next or whatever, you probably wouldn't have made a difference. But the fact that he did still don't make a difference because it wasn't bad. Now, if it's done in bad taste, then yeah, you'll be like, why did you do that? But if it made sense and people like the movie, you don't necessarily question it. You only question it when it don't, when the movie is terrible. But Friday After Next wasn't a bad movie. It was actually a good movie. So I don't necessarily mind it as long as it's a good movie.
I don't
And
know.
then you fit the like he found a way to bridge those two together based off of what happened when Craig and Debo fought. So you understand the storyline.
Said the first two Fridays were the best.
Yeah.
Now, I will agree with you on that. There didn't need to be a Friday after next. I feel like you do Friday, you do next Friday.
That's what I meant next Friday. But
And
Friday after next still when it you could have done without it, but the fact that he did do it, I still wasn't mad at it. It still wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have did without it, yeah, but it wasn't a bad movie.
um I wouldn't necessarily say it was, like I said, I won't say it's a bad movie. I enjoyed Friday After Next. I even enjoyed Next Friday. I enjoyed both, but the original was the original. Like if they now they've come out and they've remade a lot of older movies. We just went and seen the remake of The Color Purple. So the remake of The Color Purple, would you say it was better than the original? Now, let's not say that it's not gonna be better than the original, but if you was to have to sit down
The
and rewatch either one, would you rather watch the original or the new version?
the original holds a special place, right? But I'm not taking away from what I'm not. When I watch the new Color Purple,
You
I'm
heard you
watching it for what it was. It's a musical, So I'm not looking at it with the same eyes that I'm looking at it through another movie. Musicals and other movies, they to me they're
But
a tad bit different.
I didn't know it was a musical when we went and saw it.
Yeah.
I heard it wasn't as good as the original. I feel like it wasn't. Me personally, I don't think the remake of The Color Purple was as good as the original. I don't. Not to say that the remake wasn't good. It was. It was good. And I feel like the only reason it was good was because it was a musical.
See, the difference between that is the musical that the Color Purple that's out now. It's not. To me, it's not a sequel. It's a different type. It's a version,
It's a
if you will.
modernized
Yeah,
version
it's
of the
a
movie.
musical version of the original movie.
Right?
So that's what makes it different to me. Like it's a musical version based off the original movie. So don't go when you if you happen to watch it, don't go into it thinking that it's gonna be like the original movie.
But
It's
it's
a
got the same
musical.
plot. It's
Yeah,
got the same characters. It's got the same story. Like everything is the same. They're just singing in this
yeah,
one.
it's a musical. You so a lot. I felt like a lot of people expectations and stuff with them. Man, they're doing too much singing and all of this, but that's exactly what a musical is.
So, like I said, I feel like the only reason why it was as good as it was because it was a musical and it brought a different aspect to it was different from the original in that aspect. In that it was a musical and the original one was just a straight movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the songs and you know what I'm saying some of the sayings that people were cheering for in the new movie and like that's what made it you know different. But I preferred the original, not because it wasn't good, but because when I look at films or songs or anything that's remade and recreated, I always enjoyed the original because I saw that first. Now, if I was a young person and I didn't know there was a Color Purple before this, and I saw the musical first, I would probably prefer the one that just came out versus the
You
older
still
one.
prefer one because once you look at that one, it'll make you go back and it'll make you watch the original Color Purple. Anybody that has ever seen the original Color Purple know that it's certain moments in that movie that you look forward to seeing. Like you look forward to seeing Celie with that razor about the shave mister. You know what I'm
We
saying?
didn't even see that in the
Yeah,
play.
you don't even see that. So that's where remaking movies and remaking great movies goes wrong because the first movie be so impactful that when you go and see the remake, you are looking for those same moments, and when you don't get those moments, you kind of like disappointed or whatever.
Yeah,
Like
cause
the church scene when she go and when she marching down to the church and stuff like that
right,
in the original movie,
right.
like you can't tell me that that scene right there don't send chills down your spine just her singing that song. You
I
know what
was
I'm
just
saying?
waiting on her to say
Like
at home about the shade mister. And
yeah,
I'm
like
like,
it's just
where's the
certain
boy?
moments that you can't recreate or you can't get back in movies and to try to redo those movies. Sometimes you're gonna hit it and sometimes you won't. But in that situation, yeah, they're like you. A lot of the songs we were just looking for some of those same moments that you got in the original, and you didn't get that. I feel like that's why a lot of people were disappointed.
That and uh not to sound insensitive, but a lot of people didn't like it because of the homosexual activities in the movie.
Oh yeah,
But those are the times we live in. So if you see it on regular TV, you shouldn't be surprised to see it introduced and it's not even like it wasn't in the old one. That's what I don't understand. A lot of people are upset saying they had gay stuff in the movie. Like Celie didn't kiss Suge Avery in the original. Like they kissed in the original movie. So what? I mean, if you're gonna recreate it, I feel like you should recreate it. Don't leave anything out. So what's another movie that was recreated and the second part wasn't as bad? Another movie that was recreated.
We were talking about Rocky.
Now Rocky is not.
Oh, she mean like recreated,
like a original,
more like a sequel.
Like a sequel, right? So if we talking about another movie
that was
recreated, that wasn't as good as the first one. So what movie comes to mind when you think of movies that were recreated? Let me see here.
Sparkle.
Never saw it.
I don't know if you ever seen the original Sparkle, but to me personally, because I'm an old school fan, like I love everything old school. To me, the old school Sparkle with the original soundtrack that had Aretha Franklin and everything on it, to me, the original Sparkle was better than the new Sparkle. The new generation will probably disagree, but to me, Sparkle was, I ain't mad at the first one, but I would prefer. I'm not mad at the second one, but I would prefer the first one. Did you know there was another Sparkle? Did you see either other Sparkle?
I've never seen either Sparkle. Well, you know what? I saw bits and pieces. That was the one where Mariah Carey. Was Mariah Carey in Sparkle?
No. It was Jordan Sparks that played.
And she fell asleep with the cigarette in her hand and burnt the house down or something. That was Sparkle now.
It might have been.
It might have been. If you recall, that's the only thing I remember from that movie.
Yeah. Who else played in it? Mike Epps and everything. Mike Epps played in it.
Never saw it.
Yeah, but
now another movie.
If you haven't seen that, Aaron, go check out the first Sparkle version. I like that movie.
Let's see. I'm looking it up. They don't have any good remakes on here. Ocean's 11, I know that was a remake. I haven't seen the original Ocean's 11, The Birdcage, which was. I've never seen the original Birdcage. I didn't even know that was a remake until now. That's interesting. Let's see here. I didn't know True Lies was a remake with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I know Scarface was a remake. Never seen I have seen the original Scarface. But most of the remakes have been like older movies, so I don't think there's been any like remakes to where it's supposed to be exactly the same versus okay, we finna put our own little spin on what we felt like the original movie should have had. Yeah, I don't know of any original or any remakes of any movies. If you know of some, or part 2 movies. Now part 2 movies are gonna be sequels. So a sequel is basically meant to be like a continuation of the first story. So if you watch a movie and it's kind of like the movie ends a certain way and you're like, oh my god, it's got to be a part 2 because I have to know what goes on after this movie goes off. That's a sequel. So it's not necessarily a remake. Now, if you talking remakes, you talking like we were saying, like Coming to America. I felt like it was a sequel. I've never seen it. So it could have well been a sequel, but I've never seen it. But I just didn't feel like it needed to be
like
remade.
In that situation. I would say that's a sequel because it was
the older characters,
yeah,
right,
and not so much you basing it just off the new characters.
So
you could say that about the Karate Kid, though. The Karate Kid had been
those are sequels.
no, the original Karate Kid, and
Oh, okay.
then the
So
Karate
the
Kid.
Karate Kid. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, so the original Karate Kid, and then you got the Jaden Smith Karate Kid. That's a good one. Great. Now, both movies was good. And to be honest with you, I feel like the Jaden Smith
I
one was
like the
better than the
Yeah,
original.
I like the Jaden Smith one.
So I can see where you coming from now with the songs and stuff, because it's not that they didn't do it with the intentions of Jaden Smith being, you know what I'm saying, like they weren't trying to, be better than the original movie. I've never seen the original Karate Kid. The next Karate Kid was no, not the next Karate Kid, bro. We talking about the original Karate Kid and Jaden Smith's version of the Karate Kid with Jackie Chan. So we got old boy Pat, whatever his name was, and what was Danny
Yeah, I think his name
Caruso.
yeah.
So the original versus the newer version. So we got the new version and the old version. I like the new version, and I mean the new version was just, it wasn't better. I don't feel like it was better. It was just more. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, you got Jaden Smith, you got Taraji. Like, you know what I'm saying? These are people that, you know, like I know these people. Like, I know that's Will Smith's son. I know that's Taraji. You know, like, so then you got Jackie Chan in there. So it's kind of like, yeah. So watching the older Karate Kid, it's kind of like, it's a good movie, but I mean,
I'm not basing it. I'm not basing it off the character. Now, don't get me wrong. I really feel like the first Karate Kid was dope, but I'm basing it off of the storyline in the movie. When he had to move, he had to go through, he had to fight. Basically, he moved all the way to a different country.
and that's the thing. I feel like the second Karate Kid, or the newer version of Karate Kid, was better because that's how it is with remix of songs. People hear these new singers or rappers singing the songs, and it attracts them to the old song.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah. Like I said, I've been in that situation to where I've heard new versions of songs, and I've had to go back and say, bruh, they got this is an old song. Like, this has already been made. So I've heard a lot of those songs, and I'm still hearing them to this day, because there are a lot of older artists people are still sampling their songs and still using their lyrics, especially with the newer generation. Rod Wave is notorious for stealing people's stuff. So, he's just trying to, I don't know whether he's trying to, put the younger generation on to the older generation, or if he's trying to pass it on for his own stuff. But, I mean, hey, I agree with you. Some artists do, remake songs to kind of introduce it, or say, hey, this is what was going on before you, but I'm just gonna sing it, and it's just gonna be my voice on the song. To which, like I said, like most of these artists aren't alive, uh, whose songs they're remaking. The original, the reason we had this conversation, it was about Stevie Wonder and Donnell Jones. Now, I'm a big Stevie Wonder fan. I feel like he's the greatest musician ever. Not only the fact that he's blind, but I mean, he just makes great music. I still don't think he's really blind though. Like, I really be having my doubts. I don't know, cause this man, like, you don't know, he just do too much to be blind, bro. Like, man, play the drums. I can't play the drums with eyes. Granted, I can't play the piano with eyes either, but the piano is more so. The keys are like right there, you know. So if you can, you know, if you know, put your hands in a certain place, you know where the keys at. Like drums are never in the same place. This man played a whole drum solo. Not to mention he stood on the edge of the stage without falling. Let's not forget the Jamie Foxx interview where he was talking about when some beef was about to go off, and Stevie Wonder got up and left. How'd you know that beef was about to go off, Stevie?
Really?
That man can see, bruh. He can see. I feel like he can. And I wouldn't even be mad if he done finessed us this whole time. It'd be another story if his music was horrible, because then you would be like, you know, he's blind, so let's just give him some credit because he was able to do at least that. But his music is good, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Take away from Stevie.
Stevie is amazing. Facts. I'm still disappointed in this Royal Rumble. I really thought The Rock was coming back tonight. But I guess there's always tomorrow or Monday with Monday Night Raw. But a lot of people don't like wrestling. I do, but a lot of people don't. Oh, the girl from Walmart got arrested too.
The one with the baby?
Yeah.
She should have been arrested, girl. What she said? What's okay?
It's okay.
What's okay?
It's not okay. If you're talking about The Rock not coming back, it's not okay.
She might just be talking about wrestling.
Wrestling? Oh, I mean,
yeah,
like wrestling is one of those things to where it's like it's fake, it's scripted, but we still like it. Just like a lot of the shows that we grew up watching. Like, you're not gonna sit here and tell me Maury Povich wasn't scripted. Jerry Springer wasn't scripted. Like a lot of the shows we watch now, Real Housewives, Love and Hip Hop, all of that stuff is scripted. I feel like it's a script that goes along with a lot of that stuff. They're on a lot of reality TV shows. Like, a lot of this stuff is scripted. Like, the reality TV shows are the shows that we watch. You've been watching since you were like Talia side. Yeah. But I used to come home and on Sundays, because it used to come on.
What's she saying?
It used to come on Sundays. I would have and I had to get the VCR out. This is when we lived at the old house, the first house. I go and get my little tape, and I put my tape in, make sure it was rewinded all the way to the beginning, and I would set that timer for 8 o'clock. And I would make sure that TV, that illegal cable, and I would set that timer that my sister's daddy had got illegally, and I would make sure that my recording was saved, and that I was gonna be able to watch that Monday when I got home from school. My twin, yeah, sure. But you don't, like me. I don't outgrow with wrestling, with video games. There's certain things that you just don't outgrow, even as an adult. You just don't. You don't outgrow certain things. Like, I'll never stop watching wrestling. I'll never stop playing video games. Like,
I can't sit and think of nothing that.
what's something that you loved to do as a child that you still do now? Anything. I mean, it could be anything. Anything you like to do as a child that you like to do now.
I don't really feel like I do nothing that I used to do as a child.
So you didn't grow up doing anything. You didn't grow up liking anything that you still like to do to this day. As a kid growing up, there's nothing that you did that you still like find yourself doing today or find yourself liking today.
No.
No TV shows, no nothing.
No, like the TV shows that I like to watch now is not something that I would have looked at when I was growing up. Like,
Okay, so when we was growing up, the Cosby Show. When we was kids, the Cosby Show was
now you
coming
can
on, right?
say okay, sitcoms and stuff like
Right.
that.
That
Now I'm a
was so
fan of
wrestling
like,
is like a sitcom.
yeah, I'm a fan of sitcoms. Like I can sit here and I can watch stuff like Living Single, Martin. I can sit here and watch that like I have never seen it before.
Good Times, Fred,
Yeah,
Sanford and
all of
Son,
them.
and all of that.
Yeah,
Because Sanford and Son was coming on before I was born, I believe.
yeah, I can sit here and watch it like it just came out.
Mm.
And honestly, I watch that before I watch half of the stuff that coming out now. Like reality TV, I'm not a fan at all. Like, don't ask me any question about no housewives or
I feel like reality TV is first of all, it's not real. It's not reality because it's scripted and it's fake. So you got a whole bunch of people that's basically saying, hey, our career is done. We need to get back in the limelight, or we need to get some money because bills is due and we ain't got no money. So put us on TV and let us, argue and fight each other. And people is going to tune in because they want to see, how this drama or how this beef is going to unfold. Like, they need to bring back real sitcoms like we had back in the day. Cosby Show, Different World, Living Single, like Martin. We don't have no good sitcoms on TV. All the new sitcoms are basically the same. They all feel like Tyler Perry movies.
what new sitcom?
Even the ones that don't come on TV that just go straight to the streaming services. Like, what's the one that you be watching with Mike Epps and Regina?
The
The
Shaws, the
The
Upshaws.
Upshaws. Like, that's not what we would have been watching back in the day. That's not good TV. To me, it's not anyway. I mean, what's another one? Like a newer.
I'm not gonna talk because I like the Upshaws. And what I get out of the Upshaws is like what people are dealing with nowadays. Like you got to look at the storyline of the Upshaw. He had a son outside of when him and his wife had them separated. So he got an outside child and they trying to. You
Aaron
like it
said she
too?
liked the Upshaws
Yeah.
too.
And it's funny, one of the sides is hilarious in it, like it's a storyline. Then you got this mother that she always trying to better herself. She trying to go back to school. It's realistic, like it's a realistic show.
It fits with the times.
Yeah, and that's what make it good to me. Like you got him, he trying to balance this automotive business and stuff like that. So it's more realistic to me than a lot of the shows right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I like those shows.
I just miss TV when there was, no drama.
And then they still
When there
have like
was
positive. You know how the old one used to have positive
That's what
messages?
I'm saying. Like when
Yeah.
when all the shows that used to come on back in the day had positive, they showed black people in a positive light. They didn't show them fighting each other or not liking each other or what I'm saying. Like if it wasn't a disagreement on the Cosby Show, it was always a ending to the disagreement or a solution.
Yeah,
Like they didn't drag it on and be like, "Oh, we still beefing with each other for 5, 6 episodes." It's like, as you know, we don't have to do that, bro. And I like, as black people, we shouldn't be our own worst enemy. And back in the day, we weren't, but today we are. And I feel like TV today really portrays us as our own worst enemy in certain shows. It's like we can't get along with each other. We fighting each other.
well, now you can't even blame all of that on TV because, if you ask me, we doing it to each other on social media every day.
You can blame it on TV just like you can blame it on music. Cause you know you ain't never heard no rap artist say they was out there killing black white folks. They saying they killing us, each other. I just shot a nigga last week. That's what they say. Last time I got there, you know, ain't no white person being called a nigga. We talking about killing each other on songs.
Hey, we'll need bolt cutters to break into that container. Think you could swipe some from that place?
Yeah, I'm seeing about 3 of you right now. Fuck.
To record her date, and in my opinion, I don't feel like it would worth recording because this how it
So
was.
what was the topic of the conversation?
Of her conversation?
Yeah, what was the reason
She was recording because her date told her that she had to pay for her own food on a date when he asked her out on a date.
What was the reason why he asked?
I don't know what the reason why he asked, but he was complaining about how much money he spent even coming out there to the date, and then you tell her, you know, you gotta pay for your own date. So, I mean, you gotta.
Are they in the same state?
They sitting there together. I don't know where they're from, but he was talking about the driving distance or whatever.
And he picked the place?
Yeah, he invited her out to the date. But my whole thing is like, if it was me in that situation, I probably wouldn't have recorded it. I probably would have still paid for my hair, but you wouldn't get another date from me. That'll be my last time seeing you.
As a dude, if you ask a woman out on a date, in my mind, if I ask somebody out or ask anybody to do anything, then I'm basically saying, hey, let's go eat. it's on me. If I'm asking you, because I'm not asking, hey, you want to go eat? You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying?
So is it based off the wording? Let's say you walk up to me, you be like, hey, would you like to go out sometime? Or can I take you out on a date? Can
Now,
I?
if somebody asks, "Can I take you out?" then they asking, "Can I take you out? Can I pay for your meal? Can I pick you up?"
So, but
You know what I'm saying?
should
Like,
asking should I pay for my own food be a question that you ask when somebody asks you to ask you out? Like, is that a question that I need to ask before I go on this date,
no.
or should I even call it a date if I'm paying for my own food?
I mean, you can still consider it a date if you're paying for yourself. That's what they call going Dutch. Like, I pay for mine, you pay for yours. But I also feel like that should be like I guess discussed prior to the date, or like if you ask somebody to go somewhere, or I don't want to, and I don't want to say like it just only applies to men, because I feel like women can ask men out on dates. Women can pay for dates. Women can, what I'm saying, offer to, pay for
And
stuff
I
as
ain't knocking
well.
that because I feel like, okay, so if I walk up to you and I'm like, would you like to go out sometime or whatever? If you like, if I don't see no problem with it if I'm asking you out, like, would you like to go out sometime, go out on a date? Okay. Yeah, I could sit up there and I could say, yeah, I could pay. But if you walk up to me and you be like, I want to take you out and this and that, like, we're expecting for you to pay. I'm expecting for whoever asks to pay.
That's why y'all don't be asking, because y'all don't want to pay.
Nah, no, that's not why. Because you
That's
got
why
women out here
females don't ask.
that will approach men, but regardless of the fact, if you ask anybody out on a date, you should be expected to pay. Like, I've been in the same situation, right? And well, but it's that he started looking at the ticket, and I'm like, he was like, "Are you recording?" So he was looking at the ticket. He was like, "Damn, I ain't expect for it to be that much." So I'm like, I looked at the ticket, bro. It was like maybe $60, $70 because I did go cheap. Like I ordered the cheapest thing on the menu, some chicken tenders, and I probably had one or two drinks, right? And you can pay for that. So I'm like, cool. I pay for I could pay for what I had. But you need to know that there's no date. There's no more like I don't ever want to see you again. I'm no longer interested now because for one, not only am I not interested because you couldn't pay for the date, but I'm not interested because I felt like everything you were feeding me up until that point was a complete lie. Like you was leading people on talking about what you do for a living, you do this and you do that, but you can't even pay for this date. And so he sent me a text talking about, oh, I guess I made a bad impression. And you did. You did. You really did. And I'm sorry, but
I'm not.
yeah, that's a wrap for me, you know? Um, so in situations like that, I don't feel like you should feel no type of way. You just you winging them out. Like if somebody paying for a date is important, then
Hey,
if
yo,
they
you need the
don't,
storage, right?
then
Lock
you
down
know
some
that you don't
transport
need to
onto
see
the
them no
cargo ship
more.
and
Like
tow it back to the
that's the
yard.
end. You ain't got to make them feel bad about this situation or anything like that. You could just simply just move on.
So why do you feel like she went out of her way to record?
I feel like when they be doing that, they be trying to make people look bad, or you trying to get people to see these people in a certain light. There's no need for that because the moment that that happens, if I'm not interested, I don't need all of that. I don't need for people to validate how I'm feeling. I feel this type of way. I don't need somebody to co-sign, if you will, about how I feel. And I feel like when you go to recording people like that, you looking for co-signers on what you're about to do. You should leave him. You should walk out. Girl, I wouldn't do this. Or girl, I wouldn't do that. You don't need all that because in the back of your mind, you already know what you want to do. Like, if I already know 9 times out of 10 within the first couple of minutes of the day, you know if you want to see this person again or not.
Really?
Points, for real. Like, at the end of the day, it's solidified. Like, yeah, you know, I don't really want to. I would delete your number before I even left the parking lot. That was a fact. And who knows? Maybe he did that because he didn't wanna see you no more. So he probably did that to get rid of you. Maybe he had his own agenda. Men move different too. So women need to understand that too.
I don't know, bro. I just feel like if you, as a man, ask a woman out on a date, then you should pay for it. Like, whoever asks the other person out should pay. Not just a man, you know, thing or whatnot. Just like if me and you, if we here at the house and you say, hey, I want to go XYZ tomorrow. And I'm like, shit, I ain't got no money. You be like, shit, I got you. What's on me? Or, you know, I don't even feel like, but it's different when you married though, because
it's different when you married. It's different
it's
when you
way
in a relationship
different.
also.
I wouldn't even say, I won't say that. I
But
won't
it
say
depends on the type of
relationship.
person that you're in. Like, if I'm in a relationship with somebody that I see and I feel that it's long term, I'm willing to do things for that person versus somebody I just probably met. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I see me being with you long term, I know your situations. I know what you have going on. So for you to tell me, like, babe, I ain't got no money, well, of course I got you. What you mean? Like, I'm be looking at you crazy for even thinking anything different. You know what I'm saying? Because you should already know that I got you.
Right.
But for somebody that, you know, I ain't sure what you here for, because, you know, people be saying to you, know, I ain't never doubted the reason why you were here. But you got some people, you have to question their motive. If I have to question your motive, then I might be like, nah, I guess we won't be going then because I'm
Right.
not finna pay for you, you know. But that's why I always felt like it was very important for women in particular to always have money of your own before you even go on dates for that reason. Like, you never know what the outcome or what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You always got to make, like, I don't understand how some of these women be getting caught up out here with no money. And then y'all be sitting here trying to make people feel bad, but Shawty, you broke too.
Because, but
you
that's
can't
the
make
thing
somebody
though.
else look bad when you broke too.
But that's the thing though. It's like when it comes to men and women, it's like, okay, the man has to have more, the man has to make more money, the man has to be in position to, you know, but when it comes to comparing women versus women, it's kind of like, I gotta have more than her, I gotta be doing better than her. Like it's never to where two people will start talking and, you know, be dating each other and whatnot. And it's like, especially into it with the way things are today, more women are concerned with, you know, what men are doing and what they drive and, you know, they live in situation and they job. It's rare that you know what I'm saying, you find a dude that's like, Yeah, bro, I got me one. She got a full-time job. She got her own house. She got her
No,
own
that's
car.
not
Like
rare anymore, babe. Most of the men out
most of
here
them.
now are like that.
Well,
I'm talking about now. Remember
now
back in the day,
back in the day, we
like
didn't care
now,
because you could be a millionaire and go to
dudes be
McDonald's
out
and
here
fall in love.
chasing just as hard as women do, bro. I'm telling you. Niggas be out here thirsty like hell, like
I don't
they
necessarily
be
feel
out
like it's
here.
thirsty. It's just like
No,
men knowing they worth. Like I
no,
feel
that's
like
not. No,
when
I'm talking about men that don't have nothing and be out here searching for women
so you
that
got
do.
men gold diggers now.
Yes, you find it hard to believe, but I promise you, trust me, take it for somebody that know. Men be out here looking and chasing money the same way women
Now,
do.
would you consider a bum like a dude
You
who
need something?
don't have nowhere to stay and looking for somewhere to stay, or he trying to use somebody, to stay somewhere? Would you consider that being a gold digger?
Yes, because you want what the other person has. You only with them or you only pursuing them because it's going to benefit you financially or whatever. But yeah, it's a lot of people don't believe that men be out here doing the same thing, but they do.
Yo,
And it's a lot more now than what it used to be. Like you'll be surprised, bro. Like these dudes don't even want to work no more. You just been talking to them for a couple of weeks. They already in your pocket. Hey, you'll buy me this. You'll buy me that. What?
I just find that hard to
Oh
believe.
my God.
Well, not hard to believe, but I just
You be
find
out
that
there
crazy,
lying
bro.
to the
Because as a dude,
leg.
like the fact that you feel comfortable asking somebody to buy something for you, especially if you in the talking phase, or like how long did it take me to get comfortable with asking you, my wife, to do something for me? We had already been married before I
But
was
did you
just
even
like,
ask me to do anything for you? Okay.
yeah, I mean, sometimes I ask, like, sometimes, like, if we,
Yeah.
like, you mean, like, for money? Or
Yeah.
to buy you anything? Or to buy me something?
Yeah.
I don't think I ask. I think what it is, I just tell you what it is I want, and then you take it upon yourself to buy it or to help me buy it. So
Like
that's
what?
not necessarily, like this, what I'm planning on right now. So when I
But no,
told you
that's
what
not
my
the gift.
intentions
That's like
were,
that's me knowing you and knowing what you want. I hear you when you have a conversation. You didn't ask me to buy you this. You said I'm gonna buy myself this for my birthday. Your birthday is coming up. I want to do something nice for you for your birthday. So why not let me get this for you for your birthday? You didn't ask me to get that for you. I'm listening to you and I'm saying this is what I want to do for you.
right?
So you don't be asking me for anything. It's just like, like what you do for me. When I'm talking, you listening to what I like and then you're reacting on what I said. Not me coming to ask you to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Even though I probably ask a lot of times though. I probably do.
I mean,
A lot more.
not necessarily. Like a lot of the times, it's me listening to what you like and what you might say that you want to do or want to get for yourself. And a lot of the times, I already be thinking about what to get you or what to do, and I'm like, okay, so you just made my job easier. A lot of men don't realize when you listen to your partner, or women as well, when you listen to the person you with, listen to what they talk about, what interests them and what they into. And then when it comes time for it, because I hear a lot of women say it's hard to shop for men, and I'm like, but do you listen to him when he be talking? Because if you do, you would know exactly what to get him. What does he talk about the most? What does he like to do the most? Like, it's not always about what you feel like they should have, or what you feel like you want your gift to be special because you want it to come from you. And you more concerned with that than actually getting them something that they actually, gonna use or gonna enjoy. Because who's to say that the gift that you get them, they might be like, I ain't want this shit. Like, listen to what they want, bro. Like, it's not hard, bro. It's very easy. The only people that is hard to shop for is kids. Like, especially like babies, like toddlers and shit, because you know you don't necessarily know what to get them. You just like, well, shit, where do I get there? Where do I get my nieces, bro? Like, besides clothes, where do I get my? Well, I don't know where I get my daughter because she's expensive and she tells me what she wants. But I have a son who's, you know what I'm saying. I have an autistic son, so what do I get him? Like, what do I get him? Or do I just know my son and I know what he likes and I know that whatever I get him he's gonna like? Because I know what he likes. I pay attention to what it is he likes. Shit. Yeah, real gun. Oh, I got no more wheels. I was about to take your ass out the sky, bro. Get out of here. Get back in cover.
Back up!
Get out there. Oh shit. Get down, my boy. No, you're not. You're gonna die. Yeah. I did shoot him. Look at the helicopter. You just jinxed me. That was my ass in the air, bro. That's crazy. I gotta take these helicopters out, bro. Why? Because I said do this.
No, have you been over?
Really? That was a video game death. Really? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Go down, bro. This helicopter better. Come on, bro. Just die, bro. Got him, bro.
Fall behind!
Where are they coming from, bro? Nah, my boy. Yeah, my boy. Yeah.
You do not mess with me!
Oh, shit. Come on, bro. Two more. But really, a third one just spawned. I need to get rid of that one for real, so I need to do something. Get rid of that one, because that's the attack. Yeah. Come on, bro. Really? Really? Oh. Where's the other?
Get down!